it going, fellas? Back in the fly tying throne, and today we're gonna be tying a special fly. I don't really know what to call it. It's a jig head micro streamer. I love this fly when the rivers just bust and all the tiny little fries start pouring out into the main stem of the kootenai. And bull trout, cutties, even whitefish should take in this. And yeah, it's a great pattern. Anyways, here we go. We got an Arix hook. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but this is the hook in size 12 with a little jig head. And I just have a little bead, a gold bead, an 1/8 of an inch gold bead. Not slotted or anything, just regular like that. So that's what I'm going to put on the vise today. And here we go, we're focused now. I actually like to angle my hook shank down a little bit so that it keeps my bead from running all the way back on me. Anyways, for thread, we got 6/0 premium thread by Montana Fly Company. Nothing special, good thread, good enough thread. And anyways, we're gonna put a little bit of a body on it. And for the tail, the Amazon Special, iridescent kind of rainbowish color. If you're a fly tyer, go on Amazon and look for chenille and stuff like that, because it's way cheaper than at the fly shops. But anyways, take a couple strands of that. There we go. Make it about as a hook and a shank, or a shank and a half long, a little bit longer, maybe double. And this is going to be the tail. Once you have it tied in nicely, just chop off the extras, lop them off, and you're good to go. We're using pine squirrel for the zonker, and I don't know if I'm allergic to it, but they make my eyes just water. So if you see me crying, it's not because I'm not tough. It's because I'm allergic. I have allergies, all right? So for the belly, I'm going to use this ice stub pearl from Hairline. You don't want to make this fly too fat. Boom, just like that. I love that. Okay, so you see I got a little bit too much dubbing, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap it up there, secure it, and I'm just going to chop it off. This fly is going to have a little red collar anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I have a little bit too much. Anyways, take my trusty old tool, a ruler with a little bit of Velcro on it. Just brush it out a little. Looks gorgeous, eh? Anyway, then you want to take your old rabbit zonker, or actually before that, if you want to get real fancy, you can put some lateral lines on it. So you flip it on its side and take a little bit of mallard flank from White River Company. I think I got that at Cabela's. Sometimes I wrap it, but a lot of the times I just put them on like if they were fins. So I just cut it about 1/4 of an inch. Stack it. Get them all kind of equal-ish, like that. And lay it on one side. Switch hands. And tie it in. And check it out. That's what it should look like a little bit. and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so that alone, man, I bet you if you threw that, that would catch tons of fish, just like that. But we're gonna kick it up a notch. We got our pine squirrel zonker. What we're gonna do is we're gonna measure. We want this zonker just a little bit longer than the tail of the fly, so like just about there. That's about as long as you want it. So kind of eyeball center and put your finger on there and keep that as a marker because you're going to need this later. You want to undo your vise and actually flip your hook so that you're like that. So now we're working on the top of the fly. You got your hand right there in the middle, and you actually want to puncture with the barb of the hook the middle of the leather, right around there, and then you lay it on top. See? Forget about it. Boom, look at that. 2, boom, there you go. Trim the excess. Boom, easy as that. Build up a little thread dam, a little hot spot. I don't know what it is, but the fish seem to really like that. Now you wet finish it and put a little bit of solar res on them and you're good to go. There it is. All right, fellas, if you guys liked this video, please consider subscribing, hitting a like button. Tell me what you think about this fly. You think it would catch fish in your waters? I see on my statistics that I have a lot of viewers from America. I used to live in Wisconsin. I lived there years and years ago, and I loved it. Oh, one more thing. If you guys want to win this fly, subscribe. And next week I will be choosing a... Let me see how many flies I got. One sec. Okay, yeah, I've tied up about enough. I'll be giving away, I say, a dozen flies, and I'll ship them out in a little box just like this. And perfect for the Kootenai, perfect summer flies, lake flies, now that we're getting closer to that lake season. And yeah, consider subscribing, and then I'll do a little YouTube short, and I'll send you guys off with some flies. And we'll figure out a way to get them to you at no cost to you. So anyways, fellas, appreciate it. God bless you. Take care.